Hi, and welcome to this garage series where we replace the air reservoir on a Land Rover Discovery 3. In part 1, I showed you all the things you need to do to remove the reservoir. And in part 2, we are going to look at the reservoir itself, see where it rusted. After that, we're going to take a look at doing some rust work on the chassis, and I'll show you how I did it.
So this is the tank. As you see, it's pretty rusty here. I think it's supposed to leak in the front. So when I was checking it out, I heard some sound from around here, the area here. This is looking really bad. So we're gonna get the new one so we can compare the two tanks. This is the new tank. The number. And there should be a new valve connection. So let's put it the right way around. So a bit different.
To give you something to compare this against, this is a 2008 model, but it was registered late in August 2007, so it's been on the road for 13 years. So the tank has been on the car on the road for 13 years. And we do see a lot of salt on the main roads, like some of you may do in the UK.
So with the air tank out of the way, we can get a better look at the chassis, and that's what I'm going to do now. And I'm guessing there's a bit of rust against where the tank has been laying, because you can't probably clean there. So yeah, check that out, see how it looks.
When I was taking down the reservoir, I noticed there was a rock jam between the reservoir and the chassis. And you can see where the most rust is where the rock was jammed.
All the way, and especially this part.
So my theory is that the jammed rock has removed the coating on the chassis and on the reservoir, which had led to the chassis and the reservoir to rust more in that area than the rest of the chassis and the reservoir.
The frame itself. So the frame doesn't look too bad, but there's some. So what I'm going to do is just do a quick run over with the grinder, get the worst off, and then paint it over, because I know if I don't do it now, it's not going to be done until yeah, way down the line. So yeah, just do it now, and then I don't have to take off the tank anytime soon. I think I need to go and get my chassis, just get some oil into it, fluid film or something. Keep it safe from the rust and all the salt that we are seeing here in Norway. But that's for a later time. Yep, so that's the end of day one. Hey guys, so I got my trusty coffee cup and I'm about to start on the rust work on the Defender. Rust work on the Discovery. I'm just gonna use the grinder, get off the worst parts, then use some Brunox, which binds with the rust, and also then just paint it afterwards. But before I use that, I need to get my Brunox. Let's see here. And just some colors, and what I'm going to do is to put it into the bucket, and the bucket is filled with warm water, and that is so that the paint or the Brunox is going to get the right temperature it needs to work properly, and also it's going to dry faster if it's a bit warmer. But most important, coffee. Good. So I'm using the spinning disc, sandpaper disc. They've been working great so far. So I'm just continue to use those on rust. and they are a bit safer than the metal. I'm not sure what it's called, but metal spikes, because the metal spikes just keep on flying off, and so yeah, I like this because it's safe and it works pretty good. So, done with removing the rust. For the hard to reach places, I use this spinning metal, I don't know what it's called, but yeah. Just gonna use some paint thinner to wash off the chassis before I start painting it with Brunox. So I sprayed the chassis with 4 layers of Brunox, and that has to harden for around 6 to 12 hours. But I put some heat on it, so it's gonna go faster. It said you can heat treat it with around 160 degrees. I'm not gonna get that here, but hopefully in about 3 hours I can start painting with regular paint. So yeah. Okay, so back in the garage. So the Brunox has been drying and hardening for about 3 or 4 hours, and I'm ready to put on the regular paint. So you can check it out. It should be black. Let's see. So you can see the Brunox is connecting with the rust and turns black, and seals it up and makes it hard. So yeah. So let's get the regular paint. So it's about 4 layers. Okay guys, I'm back again in the garage, and the Brunox is on, the paint is on. Now it's ready for the clear coat. I'm not gonna wait for the clear coat to harden, so I'm just gonna put it on, and then I'm gonna start mounting the tank. Starting with changing out the valve connection, which is still on the pipe, the air pipe. So I'm gonna change that for the new one, and then get the tank up, and then mount the valve connection, and then mount the tank. So yeah, doing the same thing just in reverse, but first clear coat.